What is doula work, and how can doulas help moms all over, either when they're having babies or after they're having babies, before they have babies? We're going to get into it. So, welcome.
Thank you.
Hi.
We're going to start with you, Toy, and you tell us who you are, what you do, and what inspired you to become a doula.
Well, I'm Toy, and I'm a postpartum doula. I'm now a birth doula. And I run Somebody's Baby.
And what is Somebody's Baby?
Somebody's Baby is a reimagination of life before and after birth for women, for families. I definitely came into being a mom thinking there was like A or B. But I've learned that there is a whole spectrum of options for taking this journey, for stepping onto the track and then moving, which is how I end up becoming a doula. I thought, after I have my baby, A plus B is supposed to equal C, and it wasn't seeing.
It was not seeing.
It was not seeing, and with your help and the help of my doula, you guys kept an eye on me, which I didn't know was a thing. I thought that was my friends and family's job, and they were. But there are some things, because conversations don't happen often about birth, things can be forgotten over time. So these women who had helped raise me, or who I'm watching, they have babies. Sort of like if you don't use it, you lose it. And they're looking at me like, oh, I do kind of remember that, but I didn't tell you about it because I've forgotten. And so I actually just started learning as much as I could about just taking care of yourself postpartum. Because just by changing what I was eating, I started feeling like I had slept 8 hours, and I still hadn't. I was still sleeping 2 hours at a time. By taking an Epsom salt bath, some of those aches and pains I was feeling, I don't really feel them anymore. And then I would tell my friends like, oh, this worked. And then before I knew it, the combination of me having a home birth and learning these things started spreading. People were coming to me asking me questions I didn't actually know the answer to. But I would either call you or I'd look it up and then tell them. And it seemed like I was just being drawn to this world because the questions didn't and haven't stopped coming my way. And I started asking, like, what makes you think I'm qualified to answer these questions? And eventually I stopped and just got qualified. Just went ahead, took certification courses, still learning. I realized I will always be learning. But I mean, women helping women is how it's always been. And I'm just happy to be a part of making sure that it remains a thing. Yeah.
Beautiful. Dawn. Dawn is my work wife, everybody. Okay. This is my work wife, my right-hand girl. Dawn, can you please just tell us who you are and give me your definition of what a doula is? Like, people need to know, what is the definition of a doula? What is a doula? What does a doula do? What does she not do? Help sisters out.
So a doula would be a person that is an emotional support person, someone that is informative. We help you understand information and how to advocate for yourselves. I think that is a lost art with our culture. We don't ask questions. We have been conditioned to just go and do. And I think that a doula has been a person that is helping our families and our cultures advocate for themselves through education and information. We are emotional support persons. We definitely make sure that the journey and the goal is met. That's our goal, no matter what that looks like. That can look different for everyone. I am Dawn with Unique Birth and Breastfeeding Services. I feel like every birth and birth journey is unique, even with the same family, same moms. Every journey is unique.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Aaliyah.
Yes.
Hi.
Hi.
I'm so glad you're here.
I'm happy to be here.
Tell me what inspired you to become a postpartum doula.
Postpartum, yeah. So I think postpartum was definitely a shift that I made after becoming a mom myself.
And birth work for me came as a whole, came a few years before I became a mom. But the postpartum shift for me was much more centered around my desire to, I wanted to hold space longer than just a 24 or 48 hour birthing process. Not to say that that's not important.
Sure.
But I found myself wanting and needing to hold space for women. And I don't know if this is just a spirit-led thing, but most of my clients have been high risk or have had some sort of, I don't want to say intervention, but yeah, we'll use intervention during delivery, whether it's by their own accord or, emergencies as they happen. And so I found that postpartum kind of gets, it's like the other side of the coin that gets forgotten, or, something that gets kind of tossed in the wash and, what happened to it?